Hi, I'm Non-Glitter Matt, Pete Peterson, superfan, and welcome to Jackass.
Eaglehub!
Right, like I said, welcome to Eaglehub. Eaglehub is for entertainment purposes only. The Eagles are just degenerates that love beer and hero clicks and engage in a lot of hyperbole. The drunken sentiments expressed on this show are not indicative of the Pacific Northwest as a whole, and if you get offended by something they've said, just remember, they've said something far worse about Daniel Schroeder. I am very happy to approve this message. Get wrecked, nerds!
Hello and welcome once again to the Eaglehub. I'm, as always, your host, King Brian, the OG and eternal Clixdad, producer of the G Generation Clicks podcast. And with me, as always, is my co-host.
It's Corey, Mean Muggins, aka GD Eagle, since I've been doing a lot of stuff in that realm right now. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like your new name, Brian Dormammu.
Yes, I forgot. The Midwest knows me as Brian Dormammu. to just go full Usador.
I love it. I love it.
Well, Corey, it's the
Yes.
Friday after we've gotten home from Adepticon, Clixmania at Adepticon, presented by D-Generation Clicks, of which I am the producer of the podcast. 4 days of HeroClix, lots of HeroClix, lots to get into.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I forgot to do today, so I guess I'm just not doing one, is I forgot to grab a beer. So no beer the episode for me today. Do you have one? All right.
No, I'm drinking.
Well, fortunate for you, listener, the last episode, there were many beers and many tastes.
Yeah, that makes up for it, right?
So just go sample a couple minutes of that one and pretend that that's the beer of the episode today.
Yeah, the bomb or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah. Just hear Corey pulling grenades out of that bag.
Thank you, Dylan. They're great.
Yes, shout out again to Dylan Disney. Awesome to get to meet you at Clixmania. And we're greatly appreciative for the beers. We had a lot of fun drinking those. That's the most beers I've ever swapped with anyone in a night in my life. And yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll talk more about our fun times in Matt Peterson's backyard at some point while we're talking about Adepticon, because it was fun. But yeah, fun time. First time for me being out to Wisconsin. Had to get some spotted cow. That was an important part of the journey for me. We had some cheese curds.
Yes, we went to the brat stop, whatever.
The brat stop had some brats. Yeah, it was. We got the full Kenosha experience.
Yes.
Matt Peterson showed us around town, told us how to navigate.
Thanks to our hosts.
Yes. Our gracious hosts, the Petersons and the Redmonds, both putting up with our asses.
Yes.
The Redmond children giving up their beds. Corey and I had a place to sleep.
Oh, yes. Appreciate you, Ollie. Thank you.
We appreciate you. I don't know if the other child's name is on the podcast, so I'm not going to say it. Because, you know what? You know, we're all about protecting privacy. Travis would agree with us on that. He'd say,
yeah,
I'm down.
Yes, he would.
So 4 day event. First day was duos, which is a 2v2 format, everybody on one map, which is a new thing for us to try. And the second day was Silver Age. Third day was Modern Age. And then the last day was Silver Pulp. Let me just start off by saying I am very disappointed in myself for the entire weekend because I did not make a single fucking cut, which is not only the first time since coming back in the game that I've missed a cut, the second, third, and fourth times. The only tournaments that I've missed cut in since coming back. and I did it 4 times in a row. Feels real bad. The Brian dice, we'll get into it. Good Lord.
Yeah, how could you? There's no juice also this whole tournament.
Yeah, no juice. So
Weekend.
I had to, I didn't have my competitive advantage of a short field to predict.
I was gonna say maybe it's because there's no juice. There you go.
Yeah, I need everyone's free actions limited so that I can have a good day. So the 2v2 was an interesting format. It's each person builds a 200-point team that you basically play independently, but it's everybody on the same map, and it's your figures interact with your teammates' figures as friendly, so you can use each other's empowers and enhancements. You can use each other's sideline elements.
Leadership. Yeah.
Leadership, you could remove the token from your teammate, but the +1 action total only applied to your team.
Yeah, which
So,
is
one of the
odd.
first things that we identified in team building was, all right, we got to make sure both teams have a leadership, because going from 2 actions to 3 actions is absurd.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
It's a 50% increase in your efficiency. I guess let's start with just share what we played.
Yeah, you can go first.
Sure. One of the interesting build challenges for this is Corey and I have very different styles of play. And we did have to discuss for a little while, how do we both play within what we do well, but in a way that fits with each other? And ultimately I landed on, I think I could team up with Corey running Collector Stroke Doom pretty well. So I tried to build around what allows me to be aggressive, but also gives me a semblance of a defensive shell. And what I landed on is kind of a variation of what I played at Oregon State's. I've got Silver Surfer with a sideline full of Herald Buddies and Animal Man. And John Stewart Prime at 50 with the Ultraviolet Lantern Ring. Umbrax with Avatar of Animal Man and Phoenix. Not a lot of deep strategy in this team, but there's a couple surprises that you can pull off with Silver Surfer carries John 10 squares, drops John in 11. John can pop out a bystander who has sidestep to get 2 more squares. So, like the sword guy, really good for that. And then on top of that, you've got Umbrax who can make actions through John Stewart after being carried. So you have a little bit of a surprise there. It was the last chance for us to play the Ares bomb. So one of the tricks that I had built in is that Umbrax could switch to blades and then do a Colossal Reach Ares bomb. But yeah, pretty straightforward team. We'll get into how it played, but let's look at Corey's squad.
So classic Corey plays mystical mob. We got Doom, who makes Doom bots. I had a Serpent Crown on Doom, which was cool. I like that. Felt good. Ran a Nico Minoru to get all the now banned one shots.
Yeah.
At least it's
But
silver.
only in silver.
All in
Nobody
silver.
honored.
So she has Ring of TK. Then I threw a green man on it just because I wanted extra range on certain pieces or enhancements. And a Green Lantern ring also. The new Tri-Sentinel Legacy card and a Copycats. I had sideline the other heralds for Brian to choose from if he needed them.
Thank you.
I also threw on Halt Mutant, Crimson Band of Sidorak, Images Icon, and Shield of Seraphim. My
I was just remembering, because I just talked about having Ares. Your sideline did not end up having Ares, and I know it did. We were building.
Oh yeah, I wonder what the fuck. Yeah, I think it's because we're like, oh yeah, let's just give you all the heralds or something. I don't know why we
Yeah.
took it off. That
Yeah.
was a bad play.
Anyways, we only cheated once, and don't worry, the Brian dice hit when I tried to use it, so it was fine.
Yeah. I like this team. This feels good, but I think in this format, you do need like action, action, action. So you need something that just keeps going. So
Yeah.
my play on this would change if we ever run it again. Yeah. So
Yeah. So the idea of the combo is basically that I've got a team that can take a hit, so I can kind of play the middle aggressively through the middle of the board, and then that keeps people off of Doom. Tri-Sentinel can kind of patrol free actions and deliver pings. And Nico is a surprisingly good support piece, even
oh yeah.
beyond the free one shots.
Yeah.
So,
Be able to pick up power whenever you need it is good.
mhm.
And then she gets all the other bonuses from either perplex, outwit, or you can choose prob, but she gets prob later. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. Most of the builds that we faced, it was definitely more of a like, let's just throw down 2 beat sticks. Each of us has a beat stick, and let's smash and bash.
Oh yeah.
I think the one thing I would change if we were to do this again is I'm not sure that we needed Halt Mutant.
I'll go.
Like, I am the weirdo aggro player that doesn't really care that much about Halt Mutant. So
Yeah.
it's one of those weird things of I hate it against me, but it never feels like it's as potent in my hands because of the way that I like to engage in aggro. One of those, this piece is always good when an opponent plays it against me, or this one shot's always good when an opponent plays it against me. Doesn't ever seem as good when I play it. So this was 4 rounds, cut to top 4.
Tis.
Yes. We went 2 and 2 on the day, but we were the lowest scoring 2 and 2. So even though we had the same record as teams that made it in, as at least one team that made it into the top 4, we just did not have the points. So our first round is on stream at Degeneration Clicks on YouTube. You can watch it online. We played Joe Ruffing, who was running a Sinister Syndicate team, and Michael Dondicht. Something, one of those. And oh boy. There was a little gotcha played against us in that game.
Yeah.
And that combined with some Brian dice tilted me early in that game, much more than I'd normally be tilted. And we just kind of crumbled. You can watch it on the stream. Miles and I rewatched it on Sunday night, just trying to figure out, like, why was this dude such a dick about what Corey did?
I know.
And the only thing that we can come to is that there's 5 or 6 times that they play their pieces incorrectly, and I correct them or ask to see their cards and then tell them that they're playing incorrectly. And the only explanation that Miles and I could come to is that the dude thought that I was trying to big time them by just making sure that they played their piece correctly.
What? Like, if you did, like, you weren't like being a dick to them. You're just like,
Yeah,
oh,
I know. It was just my normal, like, hey, I don't think you can do that. Like, hey, no, Sandman's smoke cloud only destroys squares of blocking terrain.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
but that was like the only thing that Miles and I could come up to.
It was a dick.
Yeah.
It was a dick move. I think that was.
If you want to hear unfiltered Brian thoughts, go listen to the live episode. They're there. I'm gonna save my thoughts for when we get into Modern, which might not be this recording. But oh boy, when we get there. let me tell you.
All I see are lies and collusion.
A new drop.
Yes, for the occasion.
Just for
Anyways,
this occasion.
that was like one. I'm not gonna say like the weekend was bad because of that, but that was like certain small things that stuck out, at least to me, and that was the first one.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. For sure.
yeah.
It was my most negative game of all 4 days, hands down.
Yeah.
And then I was legitimately angry after that game. Which whatever. Going into round 2,
Got the bye.
we got the bye, so plenty of points for us. Lots of time for the Clix dad to simmer down from being mad to I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
That's classic.
Yeah. And then coming out of the bye, we get into round 3, and in round 3 we play Team Degeneration X, which was made up of Kenny Minks and Matt Prignano. They were wearing bodysuits to ostensibly be like wrestlers, but really it just made me think of Arrested Development, where George Michael is wearing the bodysuit and then won't take it off because he thinks he's jacked.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Matt Prignano was playing a rogue team. He had Rogue with Destroyer, Titania, Perdegaton, Red Symbiote, and Copycat. Kenny did not load his build onto HC units. I know there was a Loki
The
and there
Hercules.
was a Hercules. I don't remember what else he had besides those two.
Oh.
He screwed up his tried to set off Loki at the beginning of that game because Corey rolled a nat 20 to bring in Mimic.
Yeah, I remember him like doing everything, and then he's like, "All right, I need to pick this one thing up," and I was like, "I got Mimic, so I'm gonna roll it if you do." And he was like hooting and hollering, trying to figure out if he's gonna do it or not, see if there's another way for him to do it. But I think that was the last thing he needed to do to spin
Yeah.
Loki to that stupid click.
Yeah. So he ends his turn with Loki one click above his stop click. And it comes to my turn. I'm like, all right, Loki's one square out of his starting area, right? Yep. Time for my team to do what it does.
Yes.
So I run my guys across the board. I go, Silver Surfer says you can't use Safeguard Outwit. We outwit that. We outwit the defense power that you have on your current click. And then I'm just going to hit you with Umbrax. And then that didn't quite KO him, so I popped out Sword, KO'd him with Sword. And he was just like, God, you're just going to flop your big balls on the table, huh?
Yeah, he was like even after that game, he was like, I didn't expect you to come all the way across.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was like, the secret is, even if you had popped off Loki, I was coming across the board to KO Loki.
Yeah. From one Loki player to another.
Yeah. That was a fun game though. I had a good time playing those guys.
Yeah, that was first time playing against, I guess, in a way, against Matt Prignano.
Yeah.
So, cool guy.
And we won that matchup 190 to 170.
Yeah, baby.
So it still ended up being a very close game. We get into round 4, which is do or die. We gotta win this one.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, since we went 2-2. We did
It was
not.
close though.
But it was a very close game. So this was Matt Liner and Steven Lefebvre.
Fellowship winner of
Fellowship winner of the entire weekend.
Of Clixmania.
Matt
Cool
was
guy.
playing Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk and had a cool trick for popping Red Hulk off. He was using the Legacy Dormammu.
Oh yeah.
And Dormammu has um
Faultine.
the Faultine sorcery where you roll 3 dice instead of 2 and then choose 2 of them to be the result. And then he has a special that at the beginning of your turn you can choose another friendly character to use that. And then when they attack after resolutions, deal them penetrating damage equal to half of the result of the die they chose to ignore. So he would use that to then like just deal a bunch of damage to his Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk. And because it's not from an attack, it goes through his stop clicks, so he could just chug through and pop out multiple pilots.
Yeah.
It was a neat trick.
Mhm.
And then Steven's build was not on here. I don't recall. Was he playing a rogue?
Probably. I don't remember either.
Yeah. It was a very close game. I was doing my best motor mouth job to just yak it up and try to keep the boys distracted so that we could clean up.
Yeah, almost worked still.
And it almost worked. There's a fun moment where I was like, all right, I just got to figure out how to do this complicated thing. And Matt was like, I like complicated things. I can help you figure it out. I was like, no, get out of here. This is don't try to encroach on my space, Matt.
That's what I was trying to do to you.
Yeah. We ended up losing 250 to 235. Very close game. We needed to score one more thing.
Yeah.
And if we'd won that, we would have been top 4. But, you know, them's the breaks sometimes.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, had we practiced, we probably do end up making top 4. We never really did anything besides theorycraft on our teams. We never even really talked about actions. We just kind of said, all right, this should be the closest that our 2 styles work together.
Yeah.
And that was it. So
Yeah. Well, if we ever run something like this again, we kind of know how to build for it now.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I did like it though. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. The eventual winners of this tournament were Miles Kane and non-glitter Dick Matt Peterson, super fan. Maps
New
Peterson.
Age Outlaws.
They did it. And we're proud of you boys. I've only got a little bit of belt envy.
Yeah.
Any other takeaways for you from duos, Corey?
It was ran pretty clean. I don't know. It was just fun, like chilling with people, unlike our first people that we played against. But everybody else were like fine, you know, like, oh, you wanted to do this, go ahead and do it. Like it's not detrimental to this game type shit. But yeah, I liked it. It was
it's
fun.
funny
It was
to
a good time.
me because I've just come to a point of like, hey, if the game state hasn't changed, go ahead. Let's make sure that all of us are, you know, playing by the rules and know what's going on in the field.
Yeah.
So next we come to silver. And if we follow the standard rules of Eagle reporting, that means I have to report first. And let me tell you all, this is maybe the worst that I've ever done in a tournament. It was bad. Going into the tournament, I got really scared about Loki and convinced myself that we were going to see multiple Lokis in silver. And it scared me away from my normal Brian bullshit into kind of a temple, as we will talk about in a second. And it turns out that I should have just stuck with my instincts and play what I know. The other thing was I was a little worried because I know that the Midwest playstyle is quite a bit more conservative than the West Coast playstyle. So I was worried about whether my bullshit would work on the West Coast. And the one thing that I found from all 4 days was when I stopped trying to do not meta in terms of like what's the good stuff, but I was doing meta playing in terms of like trying to take apart other play styles instead of just playing my game. And every tournament when I stopped trying to do that and just played my game, I had way better results. And so the biggest takeaway for me was I need to just trust my play style.
Yeah.
What I ended up playing was kind of a meme. It was Chase Bastion at 295 with the Remaker and the Zero Ring, Danger Room Magneto with Exospecs, and Danger Room Sebastian Shaw with the Dueling Sword. Sideline had Prime Absorbing Man, Ares, Mimic, Zeus, and a treasure chest. Treasure chest got to see a lot of action.
Hell yeah.
But the problem was that the play style needed to run Bastion is just not my style. I get too antsy to get up in your face and start scoring your points. And for Bastion to work, it needs to be this kind of like, I take some points, I hide. You come to me, I take some points, I hide. And I am just not patient enough to play that way. Also had some exquisite Brian dice over the course of the day. Had some matchup disluck. I'm not even going to break my rounds down more than just doing this. Corey, you can do the normal one. But Corey and I played the first round, which was some matchup luck failure on my side because I really needed to play anybody but Corey in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Because I played Corey, it put me at almost no points, and it put me at the bottom of the pool with the Black Lantern teams. Black Lantern teams are a nightmare matchup for Bastion. I've never lost to a Black Lantern team in Silver. I don't think. Maybe one time total outside of this weekend. But it was just what I was playing is such a terrible matchup. The first one I thought, all right, let's see how long I can drag this out. And we got to about 30 minutes in, and the entire map is just grave markers. And all my opponent's guys are like healed to their top clicks after having started on low dials. And I looked at it and I was like, yep, there's no way for me to win this. And then the next game was Black Lantern again. That was when I flipped. I said, all right, I'm playing aggro. I just about won that one. But for the third game in a row, I never hit a single shape change on Bastion. So through 3 games, not a single shape change on Bastion. 0-3 going in the 4th round. I missed like my first 4 shape changes on Bastion. I finally hit one. You can hear me on the stream yelling, I finally hit a shape change. I won that game, and then I lost my last game. I had a lot of fun in that one. I played Brendan, and that game was close, if memory serves. Let's just look at what the score was on that one. I was near the bottom. Yeah. Brendan won that match 62-30. So high scoring affair all around. I'm very sad I did not play my plants and constructs and possessors bullshit. But them's the breaks sometimes. So there you go. 2 days in a row, or 2 tournaments in a row to be disappointed with your clicks, Dad. I hand the mic to the much more successful of the two of us.
All right. Silver, I think out of all the events at this Clixmania, I wanted to do well in silver and also water, but more silver, but just because I like this team. I like my little mystical mob. So yeah, I had Legacy Juggernaut, who had Avatar Animal Man on him. I had DJ Doom with side platform. Good old Nico. I think she was on every team I played except for the Silver Pole. So Nico, Ring of TK. New addition to my silver is Kushala. She has motorcycle. She's at 40 points. I swear every time somebody did KO her, she'd come back on click one. So that was cool. Also Bloodstone, Trick Arrows. Felix Faust, I didn't equip him with anything because I was gonna use Agamotto so that he can be like a mini Kevin for me. Just sees through everything with an 8 range. And then Tri-Sentinel, the OG Retaliator, and then a 15-point Wendigo. I had a map bonus, which is Stark Tower. I believe Crimson Sage came in one game. I think it's the one I lost to Manny Kinks. I had King's Tomb and Alien Aquarium. Sideline, like I said, is Agamotto. A mega level threat detected. One shot, which is pretty much there to go against like, I don't know, Hadari or a rogue, something that's big, like 100 points figure. So they can bring in
A Bastion.
yeah. So I can bring in another or a legacy Tri-Sentinel. Then I had the Nico one shots, Crimson Band, Image Icon, Shield Seraphim. Absissa, she's there to save Jugs if she needs it. Animal Man sideline for Jugs as well. Then I had the Dooms, Doom Supreme, and then Lord Doom. I had Flash, but I always forgot it, so might as well not have been there and just threw on Ares. Terrain, I had Joker Cancer just because that's my jam right there. We had Dumpster Fire, Upper Body. So, oh, and because I was playing Kashala, I could bring in my Taros. So for this one, I had 8 of Cups, which is +1 to willpowers. 9 of Pentacles, which is gives everybody the Canadian sidestep, so 3 squares. Page of Swords, Steel Energy, heal 2. That went off twice in this tournament for Wendigo to heal, so that was kind of cool.
One of those was against me.
Yeah. We had Hierophant as my Arcana. Comp abilities can't be modified or replaced. That's always fun, especially with somebody with hypersonic. Then we had 3 of Swords, which was the Pulse Wave, to do 2 damage. I don't think that ever went off the way I wanted it to, because I think I flipped that like first turn like twice. So, and then I had 2 of Wands, which is again to help Kushala go after people because she gets like a bonus or something when people do have Battle Fury. But yeah, so that was my team. It was when I picked out the tarot, it was like very niche that I needed certain things for my team. And then when somebody else got it on their turn, it really didn't help them. So that was cool. But yeah, let's see. So I was underbuilt because of the stupid Joker canister, which is 3 points. So I was 398 at the 400. First game of the day was against fellow Eagle Brian. Go watch DGen's stream about it if you want to watch us play each other and hear the cool commentary. Second match was against Kenny. He was playing a Vampire Brood, and I believe he had the Sorcerer Loki, and he won the map roll off. So he picked map, and it was the big map, Flashpoint Flood. He set everything up on his side to go off, I think first or second turn. He initially wanted first turn, but right off the bat, I just stole something from him with DJ Doom. It was something that he had to wait an extra
His time
turn.
platform?
Oh yeah, that's it. Because he also had DJ Doom. So yes, I stole his time platform. He was like, "Why don't you steal this?" And I was like, "Cause you're just gonna steal it back." But whatever, it's fine. So anyways, yeah, he I moved up halfway across the map. He did what he said he was going to do, but he couldn't get him to that click. So I was trying to see how far I could get up there to do anything to him, but I don't think I could because everybody was still on first turn. So on the second turn is when he spun him. But he did get that Wolverine, I think, pretty far up during this game because this is the game I lost. But yeah, as soon as I lost most of my stuff, all my guys were pretty bad, especially on that map. Man, I hate that map. All right, round 3. So he won 198 to 75. Round 3, it was against Ryan Harris, one of the Black Lantern teams that I think Brian played them both. So he was one of
Yep.
them, I think, that he played against. This one, I think I won map, so we went to Alien Aquarium, and I let him go first. He started popping out graves, trying to heal stuff up, which was cool. And then I slowly trickled up. I think he pushed out his Necron to try and shoot things, which is fine. But he kept everybody in the back on like that back row during, I think it was like turn 2. So I could Juggernaut run through everybody back there, and pretty much that's what I did. And it took everybody pretty far off of their clicks or whatever. Um, I know I think was it him? Yeah, I think he brought in. Doesn't he have a beefy guy on his build?
He had Prime Swamp Thing
Okay. No, he didn't have anybody that
at
big.
75 who heals up to 125, and then Blackheart at 70 who heals to 125.
Black Hand. Yeah. No, it wasn't this game. It was I think it was the modern day. Anyways. But yeah, this game was close because we were just going back and forth against each other. I think if I rebuild this team, yeah, I drop that one shot that brings to that extra Sentinel and just get rid of Wendigo and put Sentinel in there instead. So that's, if I do run it, that's probably what I'll do. But it was pretty close because we started adding up, and he was like, "I'm pretty sure you got this by a lot or whatever." And then we're like, "Nah, you did pretty good," because I was burning one shots, which I think got almost to to more than what I got from him. So it's 85 me, did 80 to him. But yeah, it was pretty close. It was a cool game. Next we go against J Major. It's the first time I played against him. I traded and bought things from him online and everything, so it's kind of cool to meet him. I think I win the roll, and then we go to. Oh no, I think he only had one map. Yeah, it was just Dark Tower, but we went there anyways. I forget who won, but he was playing Immortal Hulk with the Warlock Sword, Black Heart, Soul Sword, DJ Doom as well, Apocalypse Swordbearer, Genesis Swordbearer. Most of those were all Soul Sword as well, and he was running a Felix Faust as well. Yeah, this game, big map. We just kind of met in the middle, and then Jugs did his stuff and ran through things and hit things.
God, that is a
Ga-
lot of Blades rollouts that he has on that team.
I know.
In Genesis.
Yeah. I forget what I steal from him. I think it was one of I think I also just stole his tank platform because I didn't want him to steal anything from me. But yeah, it was just me running through things, trying to KO things, and I think the first thing I took out was Faust because I knew it was super detrimental to me. And I got Blackheart, I think, to his last click, and then this whole weird interaction happened where he was doing penetrating damage to me because of Mystics, and then Jug does the unavoidable back to them, but he had all these soul swords, so he kept healing. So it was very weird interaction, but it just played out in my favor. So I ended up beating him 220 to 105. I played him again in Modern, and that game was a little more smoother because Jay's one of these more like, yeah, just do what you're gonna do, and then type players, you know. But he's cool. He's very nice, but in his own way. Round 5, I played DJ Degeneration at Clix team
Yeah, is
member.
that Looper, right?
Yeah, Looper. I played Looper. He was also playing a mystical squad. This one had Hadari Yao, Soldier Supreme. He had a Man Thing, Nico, Elsa, Green Man, and Jennifer Kale. I think I wanted to go first against him, so he went to Sailor's Dream for his map. This game was fun. I forget what I stole. Oh, I stole Soldier Supreme's Power Gem, so I didn't want him to pop off and start hitting things. But yeah, again, this one we're just meeting in the middle, running through things, punching things. I think Jugs did a lot of damage because that Soldier Supreme, I think, was out by turn 2 or something. It was quick. Same with his Green Man and Jennifer Kale. I think they were all taken out by Jugs. But that game was fun. I like that map. I need to try to track one down. I think Hadari was still left on the board. Yeah, 240. But it took me a while. I don't did I? Oh yeah, I took out his that Man Thing. The Man Thing is kind of annoying, especially with healing and stuff. Oh, let's go to round. This is cut. So yeah, round 6 is cut. And I go against the champ of this event, is Max, playing the stupid Eternity Gatling gun. So there's a break before, and me and Miles were going over this, and he was like, "This is what it does," and I was like, okay." So he makes a bunch of bystanders to do the free action to just keep attacking. So I was like, I have Lord Doom that I could just pop out. Then he can't make anything because I think he was like 1 or 2 above me on figures. So I was like, all right, that's probably what I'll do, and then just see how it goes from there. But later on, me and Miles again were like theory crafting because Max ended up winning. But we were like, man, you should have just left. I think you should have just left in DJ Doom and see what die rolls you rolled, and if they were good enough, just make him hit because he only has his Gatling gun if if homeboy misses, or if he misses his first attack, then he can keep doing the free stuff. So me and Miles were like, damn, I should have just left him in, because that way I could have made him hit and then stole something from him. Plus, and then anyway, so we go to Stark Tower. He creeps up on his right side, my left to him, and then I move up middle. I Crimson Band. I think I Crimson Band Juggernaut, and then I get Tri-Sentinel up, and he image icons himself, so I don't get sniped from far, which which is fine because that's as far as I can get on that stupid map. but I moved up Loki, Faust, with an 8, and it hit everybody on that line because he also scooted up a little bit. And then he kept trying to like perplex up his squad, but then Faust kept like denying him any of his frees. So that was awesome. I think I did it for like 2 turns before he started popping off with the Gatling gun. But I ended up taking out Eternity. I took out Scott Porter and a couple of the smaller recruits in Thunders, and I think I took out a Copycat as well. Because he still had White Tiger, Carnage Surfer, Kyle, and Indigo one still on the board.
Mm.
Because I started rolling really bad like late game, like after I started taking down, like after I got his whole engine, which was Eternity, then my dice went really shit, and
If
my Lord Doom just ended up crit missing himself and just KO'd him. And I was like, ah,
oh
well,
man,
that's it. That's game. I was like, I'm pretty sure you have this. But yeah. So that was a loss and cut.
yeah. I did look at the results for the day. You scored the most points against him of anybody all day.
Oh hell yeah. Because he was like, so I'm pretty sure he lost. He said he lost at Eternity once before, also, like in Swiss.
Mhm.
But he was like, yeah, man, you I don't even know if he said that, but he's like, yeah, you got pretty far. Like, it was just your dice roll. So I was like, yeah, I can't be too mad at that because he ended up winning it. So I know that team is pretty good against his team. It's just my dice rolls
No,
were
I take
shit.
that back.
But
Ricky scored 400 against him, but you had
yeah,
the most points of anybody else besides Ricky.
nice. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, I had a great time. I would have wanted to place higher, but like I said, I was like, I need to make a good showing here. So
Yeah.
that's what my mindset was that day.
So to break down this team, because it won, the good news is, and we're going to go over the changes to silver in a moment here.
Yep.
The good thing is this team is not legal anymore, but it starts with the team up card for Kyle Rayner, which gives him the ability to share his an
Trait.
artist's trait from his sideline with any friendly characters that can use support. And then you
Yep.
have Indigo 1, who gives all friendly bystanders within range support. Then he's got Jessica Cruz, who makes bystanders for free. You've got White Tiger, who pumps out a Chai Tiger. You've got Scott Porter, who inexplicably doesn't have a ring on him. Oh, because it's not the one that gets to choose. He went for just the support instead.
Mhm.
Interesting. Because you could have gone the other Scott Porter and had just put another lantern ring down.
Yeah.
Then Green Lantern recruit with the Green Lantern ring, Cordian Thunderer with the Sinestro Core ring. Copycat will have support. So
Support.
that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 7 bystanders with support. Plus Indigo has support. Kyle Rayner has support. Yeah, just a ton of support across the board. So he's getting a ton of free attacks from all of that.
And the free attacks are coming from Kyle Rayner 002C. His
Mhm.
his trait is the Artist Hope, because
Yeah,
the one that he plays is a team up card that lets him
yeah.
use
Free.
those other
Choose an
traits.
friendly character that missed this turn. That character makes an attack.
So he needs to miss that first attack. So that's
Mhm.
why I said if I kept DJ Doom, depending on what dice I rolled, I was gonna make him
Yeah.
hit no matter what. So
I honestly think the bystander approach was the better approach, because the DJ Doom thing just comes down to what are your die rolls. I mean, I suppose if you roll like 2 5s, sure. But if
yeah,
you
because
don't roll high, you know,
because it's beginning of game, right? So I can roll
yeah,
first, and if
yeah.
they're bad, then switch out. I don't know. It's just another approach to do to it. But like I said, I did pretty well against it, so I wasn't too bummed on my decision or not.
Yep. There's been lots of other coverage, but let's just see any other. The other one I'm going to call out for top 8 is congrats to Matt Peterson for making cut.
Yeah, this Hadari Yao build.
Yeah,
Nice.
I thought that was awesome. Corey is the only person that I played all day that made cut, showing where I was. I was on the scrubs tables. No offense to anybody I played, guys. But yeah. It was the beginning of just some real shit dice days for me. But you know, that happens sometimes. We'll talk about later what I did with my dice at the end of the tournament, I'm sure. But I think at this point, let's get some other things covered on this recording. Corey and I will record again probably Monday next week. So, you know, we'll be a little abbreviated from our normal release schedule. I'll try to get this one out this weekend, and then you'll have another one early next week. And then I know people have been asking for a Venom review, so we'll probably have another episode next week to go over Venom.
Yeah, and I should upload our sealed that we played in this past week.
Yes,
on the
yeah.
YouTube. So
We did get a chance to play in a pre-release for Venom,
which is cool because Brian never comes out to them. So
yeah,
you are in for a surprise.
yeah. It was first time that I've been able to make a pre-release since coming back. Had a lot of fun. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. The new dice made up for some lost time in my first game that day.
I was gonna say you're pretty good.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the Silver Age announcement. I'm just gonna read this fucking press release. Temporary ban list serves to isolate characters that might be too powerful in Silver currently, but as the metagame changes, we expect to be able to release them in the future. The changes to the temporary ban list is as follows. Added: Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk, Khonshu, Amit, Taret, Kevin, Prime Rogue, Captain America. This is the Coliseum Captain America. 002C, Kyle Rayner, the one that gives free attacks for somebody you missed. Upper body and head. And then the biggest WTF of this entire list, an attack directly on the Eagles from Aaron Morgan is the dumpster fire.
Free the dumpy fire.
Why is my sweet -1 attack that affects me as much as my opponents getting banned? Somebody please tell me. Removed from the temporary ban list, the Butterfly is back. Death Metal Wonder Woman has been moved to the restricted list.
Yes.
Thon, banned. Masters of Time Darkseid, banned. 048 Ghost Rider back on restricted. I have a 99% certainty of what Corey's restricted item will be the next time we play Silver.
I'm so excited to play Ghost Rider again.
Also back on the old restricted list is Colossus. And back on the restricted list is Kong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like one big event and then he's gonna go back on it.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like, no, Kong is permanently banned.
He's like he's too sweet for like all these lazy builders to be like, oh, I'm just gonna play Kong. So
yeah. All right. The restricted list. The restricted list collects those game elements that might not be problematic on their own, but can enable damaging synergies. A force can only use a restricted list element, keeping them from overwhelming the format. The changes to the restricted list are as follows. Added Captain Carter's shield. Apparently they don't like Blue Lantern Hal Jordan giving people a 22 defense. Carnage Silver Surfer, Sicarian Iron Man, Wakanda Hulkbuster, Black Leopard, Animal Man, bum bum bum, Sky Tyrant, Plastic Man, Ghost Rider, Colossus, Wonder Woman, Kong, Ring of Telekinesis, The Angler, Halt Mutant, Images of Icon, Crimson Bands of Sidorak. So you're only going to be able to play one of those two when you're running Nico.
Damn.
And practice teamwork. And then Ares and Maggot have been removed from the restricted list. So get your Maggot builds in.
Get that Travis.
Yeah. All right, the ban list. The game elements on the ban list are those that the WizKids team has decided cannot be allowed in silver, and we do not expect that to change. Elements on the ban list are either uniquely powerful, or enable infinite loops or other synergies too potent for the restricted list. RIP Spot. I miss you already. My wacky cat.
You never played him in silver. What are you talking about?
I know, but I've
I
only got
plans.
I've only got a year left until he's out of modern, and then I'm never gonna be able to play him.
Oh, that's true.
Infinite, Dark Side, Betelgeuse, Cthon.
Betelgeuse.
And then just one extra bonus thing here, as an additional rule is being added to Silver Age regarding maps. Any map text other than location bonuses is ignored for Silver Age events. Any colored terrain related to map text, such as orange or pink, is treated as clear terrain if it is not also marked as another terrain type.
Oh, wow.
For example, a terrain both marked as blue, water, and orange, special, is still water terrain.
Oh, okay.
It's going to make the guardianship map, weird.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Now there's just a bunch of clear terrain in the corners.
Can you play that Poison Ivy map from Batman also? Doesn't it have... It's like kind of tilted. Then it has all the orange squares. Anyways.
That map is a location bonus, isn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe not. I'd have to look specifically.
Cool.
And then removed from the list is King's Tomb, which it's nice to see. It's nice to see after taking away my dumpster that at least WizKids doesn't want to bury me.
That I do pretty well on that map. I don't like in my silver builds. I don't know why. That's funny.
I was gonna say in our game, King's Tomb lived up to its name.
Yes. Back when in Washington, Miles picked that stupid map and he was buried also.
All right. I suppose we should do a frittata.
Yes.
And then we've got some questions to get into. Man, I gave Miles access to the Illuminati, and he did some work on the old frittata farms. Rolled up his sleeves, got his hands dirty. Let's start with this one. I'll have to share this picture later. But, I got on the rules forum, and Corey wanted to make sure that it was highlighted. So there was a question around Heimdall, who has rainbow terrain markers, and the unicorn, who has rainbow terrain markers. And I read it, and Heimdall's power first refers to a rainbow terrain marker, and then it says generate a rainbow hindering terrain marker later in the power, which I apparently only read rainbow terrain marker. And then later, unicorn generates a rainbow hindering terrain marker. And so there was a question about whether these interacted with each other, and I said, well, Heimdall generates a rainbow terrain marker, and the unicorn generates rainbow hindering terrain marker, so those aren't the same thing. And Joe Joe Pellegrino, Joe Pangrazio, the guy with the Clicks podcast that has the funniest, like, just little ragtimey piano intro, was very happy to correct me, tell me I was wrong. But iron sharpens iron, so thank you, Joe. I'll be a better rules man for it. We'll share a picture of that. But let's have an actual frittata. Okay. If I use the effect of assist from another world and choose a character, that character can't be given actions this turn. Question. Can that character still be given free actions? Or does this restriction prevent it from being given any kind of action, including free actions?
Poor guy.
Yes, free actions are actions. Let's see. One more. All right, here's one more fun one. Eternity has, when Eternity starts the game, this game, each roll can only be re-rolled once. If I have already re-rolled Eternity's attack with Prov control, can Kevin use his Marvel re-roll?
What does Eternity say?
When Eternity starts the game, this game, each roll can only be re-rolled once.
Oh, there it is. Rerolled.
If I have already re-rolled Eternity's attack with Prov control, can Kevin use his Marvel re-roll? One more. This is a fun one. Hero Noob Clicks, I am convinced is actually a psyop designed to just get me to read things on the podcast.
Yeah, probably.
Starts every question with hi bros, which is already a good drawing for me. But Hero Noob Clicks, hi bros, a question. If I Rolo doubles with this bro and I knock back this character, it would damage every time it changes elevation and every time it destroys a piece of blocking terrain, including map edge damage, or how does it work? This is in regard to Spider-Ham Prime.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you do not. Since you don't stop, you don't damage.
Oh.
It's just a launch, dog. Hero Noob Clicks, though, has inspired a great new set review mechanic that I think we're going to adapt on the Eaglehub. Because there's another post from Hero Noob Clicks this week where he refers to a piece as this boy. And so we've referred to pieces as both bros and boys. And I believe when we do our Venom set review, we're going to use the most advanced metric ever done for assessing hero clicks. And that is this a boy or a bro? Stay tuned.
Oh, perfect.
With that, you want to take over, Corey? I'm trying to do this democratic thing where I let you do it.
Alrighty, guys. It's that time again. You've got questions? It's time to ask Eagles anything. All right. Let me not fuck this up and exclude anybody from this comments. I'm just going to go straight down, even if it's not a question. Brian Dormamu. So many frittatas.
Yes. The most important of everything on that list. Thank you, Corey.
I didn't like that. Next up, we have maybe somebody coming back to Clicks. Jason Devaney. Howdy, Eagles. If you could go back in time and give yourself the worst advice to make sure you get to where you are now, what would it be?
The worst advice to get to where I am now. In HeroClix? In life?
Wherever you want, whichever one you want to go in. Doesn't specify.
Yeah. The worst advice, let's keep it within HeroClix because that's easier. To get myself to where I am now, I would go back in time to when a much younger King Brian, OG and Eternal Click's dad, bought the Avengers versus X-Men set and got those beautiful blue and yellow X-Men dice. And I would tell myself, roll these dice forever. You're never using any other dice in a game, only these dice. You'll never believe it, but it'll make you a very good player.
True. I like that.
Mm-hmm. That's a setup for the story next week.
I would go back in time to past Corey, going to Time Vault, and I would tell him, don't trust the Eagles. That's what I would say.
Bad advice, but it'll get you to where you are now.
Because I'd be like, fuck you. You don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, you might have been added earlier that way.
I know. No, then it would make me want that, and I didn't want this at all. It just happened. How long has it been since you had a slushy beer?
Couple years. I did,
Yeah.
however, recently go to a bar in North Portland that had a slushy cocktail. It was fantastic.
Nice. I think it's been a while. Yeah, probably back when Chip was slinging them to us.
Mm-hmm.
What was the worst beer you had while traveling abroad?
Are we talking on this current trip or just in general?
In general.
I don't remember what it was, but I had some sort of lager in Israel back probably 12 years ago when I was there. It was really bad. I wish I could remember the name of it, but it sucked.
I don't have one from abroad, but it was back when we went to Fresno and there was that beer wall.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember getting a beer from one of those and it just wasn't good. And it always stuck with me. I was like, ew, this beer's bad, but it's not as bad as that beer wall beer. When is the next time you're gonna do a live Eagle cast?
Well, Mr. Clixtradamus over here asked that right before we dropped the live cast. So
I don't know. That was funny.
after that, who knows when the next live one will be? Clix Camp, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
I suppose that let the cat out of the bag. There's going to be a Clix Camp. We're working on it.
So, Jason, if you really want to be on one of these, because I guess they're very hot commodities to people, that's where you got to be. We will catch your voice. Austin, Lamadon, BBL, Braun Building, Longneck. It was great to meet you guys and play against Brian Dormammu over in Clixmania at Adepticon in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What a blast. I gotta say, it was nice and refreshing to talk to people who have also played Bronze Age. Was it fun to go against the Bronze Building Longneck in Pulp, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, I always enjoy a BBL. We'll get into it on the next recording. What?
I think we need to bring back Bronze Builder Awards, but I guess it'd be Silver Builder Awards. But we need to bring that back 'cause that was sick.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean,
anyways,
I think I think the award for silver building is you get added to the Degeneration Clicks podcast
Oh, true.
as producer. As producer, I'll rubber stamp that.
That's how Miles got in
That's how Miles got in.
with this fucking Black Manta build.
Yeah. I had a blast playing Austin. We only got matched up in Silver Pulp. And I sat down and I'd heard that he was from California. And I looked at his build and I said, this is some bronze builder shit, dude.
Yeah, I was talking to him when I got there. I was like, oh yeah. Cause I asked him something like, what's your favorite format? And he was like, oh, blah, 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 silver. And I was like, oh yeah, I do too, because it reminds me of bronze. And he's like, oh, you used to play bronze? He's like, yeah, I'm from Cali. And that's where we started talking. So that
Yeah.
was cool.
I definitely will have something to say about his team because I've really enjoyed playing him. He was my favorite silver match by far because it was a very creative team.
Nice.
I know I was a little down on both of these tournaments today, but I do have to say, outside of that first game that we talked about being negative, man, I enjoyed so many of my games. Like all of the like little mind games going on in our game with Matt and Steve in duos was like so funny. And I was having a blast cracking up Steve while we were playing in that game.
Oh yeah, he has one of those laughs that are just like pretty infectious because it's like,
yeah. No, I remember after the game I was like, Corey, this dude is like HeroClix Seth Rogen.
oh yeah. And then even when we played Kenny and Matt, those guys were good times too.
Oh yeah. No, I played Matt twice over the weekend and both of them were like just really enjoyable games. Had a blast.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
me and Matt.
all the DJing guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Matt in Modern was probably one of the best games I've had, but we'll get into it.
Yeah. And the Michigan play group that the BBL
awesome.
is from
Yeah.
was I enjoyed all the games with those guys too. So
nice. Yeah.
Sorry, Austin, you might be the bronze building long neck, but you're also the BBL now. So
damn, BBL. All right, next up we got intro to our show, Maps Peterson. Great to see you guys. What was your favorite part of your trip to the Midwest and Clixmania at Adepticon in Milwaukee, Wisconsin?
this is sappy, and maybe this is the Clix dad getting old. My favorite part was the friends, the new friends, the old friends, the non-friends. Well, those weren't my favorite part, but ripping on them was. But yeah, truly just the community. I mean, we've known Matt and Ryan through the podcast for a long time. And every time that I've gotten to hang out with them has been a blast. It was really fun to get to hang out on your turf for a change instead of our turf. I was really excited to come out. When I got back in the game, I told Ryan, I don't know how much traveling I plan on doing, but I do know if you guys run Clixmania, I will come out because you guys have come out for so many events that we ran out here. And so for me, that was the highlight. Also, seeing Corey just get vortexed at Matt's house.
That was a good time. Same. I'll jump on that. Just meeting these people that I have only met through the interwebs, like say Aaron Morgan. Actually meeting him for the first time and just already having that connection type shit.
Low bear.
Yes. And then again, DJing boys, Ryan and Matt, Miles. It's just cool to hang out and talk about this hobby that we like and get along, It's good times. And then meeting new people, like I said, the Prignanos, catching up with Kenny, that was cool. Yeah, just meeting new people. It's really, really fun. So that was mine. When will you have Peter Marshfield or Peter Marshfield on?
So this needs a little explanation. A couple weeks before the tournament, I bought some stuff online from Bookwood, Ryan Bookwood, the namesake of the Bookwood Report. And I was like, hey guys, is Bookwood going to be here this weekend? I kind of feel like I need to meet him at this point. And so I see him on one of the days. I'm like, hey, you need to go introduce yourself to Bookwood. And my brain just like went blue screen of death. I went, hey, you're Peter Marshfield, right?
Dang.
And the look of horror on Bookwood's face of like horror and disgust. Immediately everyone started laughing at, and because of the way that he reacted, I'm pretty sure his name is Peter Marshfield now. I sent a question into DGen asking if he was ever going to forgive me for calling him Peter Marshfield, and I spelled Bookwood wrong. So I'm pretty sure it's just the universe telling me it doesn't matter. Bookwood's name, King Brian has declared it. Bookwood's name is Peter Marshfield. I bestow this name upon you, Sir Peter Marshfield of Bookwood.
Nice. All right. Was it intimidating to be around the road dog, Maps Peterson, and the badass, Miles Kane? Oh, you didn't know? Then your ass better call somebody. Yes.
Intimidating? No.
No.
Awe-inspiring? Absolutely.
Yes. Good job, guys. Loki misses you both.
I miss Loki, man.
I miss Loki too.
Loki, dog of chaos, the largest lap dog known to man.
Such a cutie.
So yeah, Loki, Matt's bull terrier. He's a very social boy. There's one day that Miles and I are sitting outside, and Miles is like sitting forward. We're on this couch, and Loki comes crawling across. I'm like, that's funny. He's just gonna sit behind Miles while Miles is sitting forward. And the next thing I know, Loki has furiously army crawled onto my lap, which I laughed for probably 5 minutes straight because he's a big dog. It was just like, you're not a lap dog, bud.
Yeah.
Matt has a great photo of it, and it's like I'm a big man, and Loki still looks like a big dog on my lap.
Yeah. Both DGen houses had pets.
Mhm.
Ryan had some dogs. Matt has a cat and Loki. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't think we connected with any of Ryan's dogs the way we connected with Loki.
Oh
Tate
yeah,
might,
yeah.
Tate might remember us as much as Loki remembers us.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tate loved us, Corey.
I know. See you, Tate. Miles Kane. As the only Adepticon gold medalist in Oregon, which I did with a broken freaking rogue, thanks, Pete, where I was valiantly carried by one of the greatest Midwest players in the duos event. Once again, thanks, Pete. How do you like your chances when you return against the competition?
Return to Adepticon or return to Oregon?
I think it's just competition here with him
Okay.
as the champ.
Oh. You never scare me, Miles.
Yeah, you need to team up with somebody to overtake the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
But by yourself?
Yeah. Without the power of Matt? Wait.
Without the power of friendship?
Yeah.
Edward K. I know that there is nothing as important as clicks, but do you look around at what other sites the Adepticon had to offer?
You gonna go first on this one, Corey?
Yeah. I forget. There was a downtime when I think I was like knocked out of something. Either was modern. It was either pretty much. I think it was a modern because I took off and I just started walking around the main halls, and like the big like Warhammer, Armada. I went to go look for our friend Pete. I didn't find him, but anyways, I walked around. Was it Crisis Protocol or whatever it's called?
Mm-hmm.
That tournament in the big halls. It was cool. I took some pictures, but yeah, it's very bunch of nerds, man. It's cool. It's
Yeah.
cool to see that many people that are just passionate about like tabletop games, just wanting to have fun and geek out on their own thing. Just cool to see. But yeah, I walked around, took pictures. I got a picture next to a Space Marine statue that they had up. So yeah,
Cool.
it was pretty neat. That's what I saw.
Yeah. I didn't wander as much as Corey. I did get around a little bit just to check out some of the exhibitors and stuff. There was some sort of new Warhammer thing in a case that just like always had a huge line of
Oh,
people. The Golden
yeah, that
Demon.
was it was like yeah, it was like their own meet and greet because it was like gated off. People are just like walking slowly, taking pictures of stuff.
Yeah.
We're like, what the heck?
And I was like, man, the amount of people that were just consistently there should remind us of where our game is on the pecking order of big collectible games.
Oh
So,
yeah, right
but
there next to malediction.
yeah, we shared a room with Male Diction, which is won an award. So they've got that going for them. All of their trophies for the weekend did look like butt plugs. Pinecone inspired butt plugs though. So
Yeah.
but yeah. Checked out a little bit. I didn't get to do that much just because like I was hyper focused on the tournament. As anybody who knows me knows, is like when I'm in a tournament, that is my focus. You have to like trick me into eating basically, because I will just HeroClix is my food until the tournament's done.
Yeah, this guy. Charles Conson. What figures from the new Venom set pique your interests? Just one. Just one.
I will
Since
give
we're
you
gonna
one
do a
figure.
review.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, the Venom water, which I know that's not what it's called, but I'm gonna continue to call it that. The Venom water. It's not a figure, but it is an object, and
It's
I
from the
love it.
set. Pork rind.
Oh yeah.
Daniel Schroeder. What's the first thing you say after eating a cursed frittata?
Our constructs bystanders.
I say Daniel Darling.
Mm-hmm. Also, shut
Lou.
the fuck up, you big dumb bitch.
Yeah, go take a swig of your shut the fuck up. Lou Beaminati. What's your opinion on collusion?
All I see are lies and collusion.
I think it's great and should happen more in HeroClix. Who's your greatest father-son duo
Lies,
in
lies.
Clix? Who's your greatest father and son duo in Clix? We got Flying Prognatos, Ed and Isaac, Ollie and Ryan.
That penis has huge biceps.
Brody and Denny, Jay and Jalen, or Miles and Pete.
I mean, it's obviously Miles and Pete.
I know who my favorite is. Yes.
So I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Callan and Merritt.
Oh yeah. Where's the man bats at?
To go back to the collusion thing, we're gonna get to it. Don't you worry. I have thoughts. We will get into them when we get into modern.
Matthew Zielinski. Did you bring them good cheese?
Shots fired at Wisconsin. I like this. We did not bring them the good cheese. We can't break their little heads that way. We can't let them know that we have both better beer and cheese than them.
True. Oliver's dad. If someone was looking at the event results and had HC units set to view only the top 8, how many times would they find an eagle, and which eagle?
This is for you, Ryan's dad.
That penis has huge biceps.
2, what would you change on your builds after playing them and competing in the superior Midwest region?
Honestly, the only major change I would make is I would boot that fucking Bastion team into the sun and play the team that I had built, because the team that I had built had an answer for eternity. I know that's hard to believe, but it did have an answer for eternity. And it had, it would have been a lot more fun. It would have thrown people off because they wouldn't have known what to do with the Brian bullshit. So that's my biggest thing, is that I would have trusted myself on that. Modern just came down to Brian dice. We'll talk about that more tomorrow, but that build was exactly what I wanted it to be. Silver Pulp, I was just fucking burnt at the end of 4 days and made bad choices in my last 2 games. That build was fine. Duos, we mentioned a slight amount of changes. I think if I were to completely rebuild, I would probably have played Hydra and something else and just gone a little bit more smash and bash with my aggro instead of what I did.
Duos, smash and bash, because that's pretty much what that format needs, I'm gonna say. Silver, I would just change that one shot and then switch out Wendigo for the actual Tri-Sentinel, so I can play maybe a Possessor. I don't know. Modern, I would play my Hadari build that Brian talked me out of playing. Silver Pulp, who gives a fuck, man? I don't care. I'll also have somebody else build my shit for that team. So yeah,
So I'd be copying my build next time.
there we go. Brian, how traumatized were you from the Black Lanterns?
Man, I hang my head in shame.
4, Corey, any guilt from defeating your fellow Eagle and sending him down the path of the Black Lantern Frittata Freeway? No, because that's how we roll, man.
Yeah.
Eagle on Eagle violence.
We don't believe in collusion.
Yeah.
I will say, I think that my Silver Date does go a little bit different if I don't play you first round.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. If I don't play you and I don't draw the Black Lanterns first round, I think I have a very different day. Which is part of the, the struggle of matchups and stuff. But that team was just, it was too fragile against the Black Lantern type builds. And, after I hit 0-3, I was just like, I want to just make sure that my opponents have fun more than I care about winning. So
5, how would each of you change your approach to team building for duos? More balance on each team between support and attackers? Lean into a mechanic that both teams can benefit from? Something like Black Lanterns and Necron on one of the teams? Or find a completely new teammate?
I mean, I think we just answered it, right? We just both move a little bit more towards smash and bash. I don't think that the crossover of support powers was really what got us.
No, it was just damage output.
Like I said earlier, I think had we practiced, we probably make top 4 with that build. So
oh yeah, if we barely like squeaked underneath where we were, we would have. So look out for you yourself.
Yeah.
Do either of you have pieces you're eyeing for builds that come out in the Venom set?
Yeah.
But you'll have to find out next time on our Venom set review.
I'll be 2 episodes from now, probably.
It's coming.
Gonna be a busy week for these boys.
Oh, yes. We're content driven, I swear, man.
I know. We're gonna have made more episodes of the Eaglehub already this year than a normal year of Eaglecast.
It's not going to be a sweatshop like Homeboys, but hey.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all we got, man.
All right. Well, we're at an hour and a half, which is about as long as I can stand recording. So hopefully you had fun with us. We'll get into Modern and Silver Pulp. I will tell you, I'll be a little bit more engaging in those 2 formats than I was on these 2. But that does us. That does us for this time. Until next time.
Get wrecked, you nerds.
Abolish ICE.